Alright lads, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Tom Harlock and I do not have an intro, but I do have a nose like a bloodhound. And either somebody's flipped a sodden mattress, or a slob has risen from their slumber. Nikocado Avocado is a mukbang YouTuber, best known for his big back and bigger appetite.
Hi everyone, it's me, Nikocado Avocado.
You probably remember Nick from a previous video, where I retold his stinky history as a performance artist, who got lost in the spicy black bean sauce.
There's your video!
When we last left Nick, he was 400 pounds, pretending to be disabled for attention, and spreading his cheeks for a pittance. With multiple channels, Nick has generated a fortune being an orchestrated mess.
Ah! Ouch! Now we eat.
His on-off relationship with All-In, sloppy feeding sessions, and total abandonment of shame has resulted in Nick being the talk of the town. No matter what hole he was stuffing, people wanted a peek. But Nick wasn't always like this.
Stand back.
From humble beginnings in Colombia, Nick's vegan lifestyle was quickly thrown to the side for a taste of the good life. Not long after ditching veganism, his channel skyrocketed thanks to his lack of dignity, underactive respiratory system, and overachieving hairline. And as his account grew, so did he.
Jeepers creepers. I just had a binge.
In the 3 years since I made my video on Nick, not much has changed. Well, until now. Last week, Nick flopped onto YouTube in a video titled 2 Steps Ahead. Oh, that's a relief. Last time I saw Nick, I don't think walking was on the menu.
This has been the greatest social experiment of my entire life. It's alluring. It's compelling. It's gripping.
Well, I have seen you try and touch your toes, Nicholas, and I don't think you could get a grip on the Burj Khalifa. Dressed up as Kung Fu Dickhead, Nick looks a shadow of his former self, as he barks on about the state of the world and how perceptions aren't reality. Also, it is a very theatrical and dramatic monologue, I will give him that. It could very well be a Robbie Rotten original.
So I am the villain, because I've made myself one.
Well done, mate. Maybe for your next trick, you can make yourself normal.
Today I woke up from a very long dream. And I also woke up having lost 250 pounds off of my body.
Having dropped over half his weight in seemingly months, Nick's looking, well, pretty poorly to be honest. Not a single spark in his eye, yellowed fingers like he's sensory played in a tikka masala, and every word spitting out of his mouth sounding evil as sin.
You are the ants.
He had secretly been losing weight whilst uploading pre-recorded videos, and the internet is set ablaze with claims of Nick's genius. Yeah, he might be rich, no longer massive, and I may be terminally unimpressed, but I think we're giving the chap a little too much credit.
People are the most messed up creatures on the entire planet.
Oh wow, what a stunning and unique discovery. Human beings like to watch a car crash at a freak show. Somebody alert the press!
Yet I've still managed to stay 2 steps ahead of everyone.
Alright mate, well as long as you stay 2 steps away from me, I feel like you could absorb my nastiest traits via osmosis. And being overtly cruel is all I've got left.
Happy, but I need to tell you something right now. I think I have diabetes.
If you've only ever seen Blobby Nick, then this might come as a jarring shock, but back when he first started his channel, he used to be a small size, and he's always been a big drama queen. It's as I said in my video, Nikocado is a character created by Nick for us to mock and him to profit. And this latest attention seek shouldn't shock anybody. Nick had been rinsing and repeating the same storylines for a while now, and he had written himself into a greasy little corner.
SpaghettiOs! 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 SpaghettiOs!
The internet hated him for his behaviour towards Stephanie So, his batty was making the rounds on Twitter, and his bloated limbs were slowly being dragged into their 30s. The damage to his body was going to be harder to repair.
Listen here, peasants. I'm a page.
bitch.
There was only so many times he could flop around like a harpoon shamoo. It was all getting very boring, and Nick knew he had to end this era with a bang. As a prolific liar myself, I know that the tallest trees of dishonesty are watered with tiny drops of truth.
Gobble, 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 gobble. Hog roast.
And if you sift through the scum, Nick has shown morsels of vulnerability in the past. In one emotional moment in 2020, Nick reflects on his origin.
This is so that I could maybe have a house one day, or maybe I could save money and I could plan for my future, which I couldn't do in Colombia. Like, this was my way.
And all jokes aside, the manner in which he speaks of himself is kind of sad.
I just did what seemed right for me. You know, I'm not attractive. I am not naturally funny. I am not popular.
I know nothing coming out of Nick's mouth is to be trusted, but I do believe pimping his dignity was the only way he could fathom having a life worth living.
It was worth it because it's how I was able to get myself out there, and it's me.
Nick is in no way daft, but I think the last few years have had him feeling a fool. The desperate self-dehumanization of a talented musician whose life only really started when he began to broadcast the end. I won't lie to you and say I would have been mates with this gimp either, but whether or not every step is curated, it's all quite miserable to witness.
You will continue to consume these stories about me, year after year after year, for as long as I tell the internet that I am the villain.
Well, if that's what you need to tell yourself to feel better and smart, Nicholas, you crack on, bruv, but it is a little bit like grabbing the steering wheel after the car's already flipped.
The joke's on you.
Oh, well, you did still spend half a decade being a sweaty noodle pig, oinking for his supper. The rest of us just got a laugh.
I identify as skinny.
And I had my bills paid for an entire year thanks to that singular video I made on you. Just imagine the revenue generated by all the others over the years. You're an industry, Sticky Nicky, and it's far bigger than any stretched out Fruit of the Loom smock could ever be. Since Nick's big reveal, people are pondering the details. There's really no way of knowing the timeline in its entirety, but I do know he's pre-recorded for a while.
Maybe I should just post pre-record videos this week. I don't know.
In late 2020, Nick's main channel was demonetized, so until it was resolved, Nick halted on the uploads. But the lad was still having his meals, and the camera stayed rolling.
I literally have like 200 pre-recorded videos.
Hundreds of hours, thousands of videos, and millions of bites, laying in wait whilst Nick dropped his. I don't know if he's been chewing on a semi-glutide, had weight loss surgery, or just lowered his caloric intake to that of a human being, instead of a fully matured bovine. But I did have a look at a few of his videos from the past 2 years, and if you just spend half an hour in the swamp, you'll see plot holes everywhere, and more than enough clues to figure out he wasn't posting in real time.
Yeah, sounds about the same to me.
His collab with Hungry Fat Chick was posted ages after hers. Whenever you can see milk, the best before dates are a few months behind. And when he wheels down the aisles, the eggs are too. Last year he uploaded a McDonald's mukbang with all in. And maybe this would go unbeknownst to a man devoid of culture, but that's not just any Happy Meal. That is a Happy Meal celebrating Disney Pixar's Cars on the Road. 7 collectibles for a limited time only, and released in 2022. A full 12 months before Nick's video went live. You've got to be better than that, mate. You can't blagger. Only one bloke knows what's next in Nicocado's script.
2 steps ahead. I am always 2 steps ahead.
And I suppose going forward, he'll keep that under wraps in undateable packaging. How on earth is he going to pull the wool over our eyes next? He might really flip the script and become a bag of bones.
SpaghettiOs. It's your fault, peoples. I keep gaining weight.
He could produce a sudden medical scare to prove he was healthier when he was massive. Perhaps he'll blow back up. Or maybe he already has. No matter what Nick is cooking up for season 2, strap in boys, it's gonna be a stinky ride. And on that wet brown note, that's all the time I've got for today's video, but if you did enjoy it and you feel so inclined, you can leave me a like. Let me know your thoughts and feelings down below in the comment box. And if you want more videos from me, you can always click subscribe. I know this is just a short one, but I wanted to scalp a trending topic. Thanks for watching, I really appreciate it, and I'll see you boys next time. Bye!